The Mummy is coming back. No, I'm not talking about the Brendan Fraser classics or the Tom Cruise reboot. A brand new Mummy movie is on the horizon for 2026, and it sounds absolutely terrifying. Forget the swashbuckling adventure, this film is shaping up to be a full-blown, bone-chilling horror experience. It's tentatively titled The Resurrected, and from everything we're hearing, it's going to live up to that name in the most gruesome way possible. So, what's the story this time? The plot centers on a journalist whose life is shattered when his young daughter mysteriously vanishes. For 8 long years, he searches for her, clinging to a sliver of hope. And then, one day, she reappears. But this isn't the happy reunion he dreamed of. The girl who returns is not the same. She's brought something back with her, an ancient, malevolent curse that begins to unravel their lives and terrorize everyone around them. This sounds less like an action-adventure and more like a deeply personal, psychological horror story with a supernatural twist. The idea of a loved one returning, but as a vessel for pure evil, is genuinely disturbing. It taps into our deepest fears about family, loss, and the unknown. Who's bringing this nightmare to life? The team behind the camera is what really makes this exciting for horror fans. The director is Lee Cronin, the same filmmaker who gave us the relentlessly brutal Evil Dead Rise. If you've seen that movie, you know Cronin does not hold back. He's a master of creating claustrophobic tension, visceral scares, and practical effects that will make your skin crawl. His involvement alone signals that Universal Pictures is serious about taking The Mummy back to its horror roots, much like they did with Lee Whannell's The Invisible Man. They're letting a visionary horror director take the reins and create something truly unique and frightening. This isn't a blockbuster meant to start a cinematic universe. It's a standalone horror film designed to scare you senseless. Now, let's talk about the cast. While it's still early and more names will likely be announced, we have some exciting leads attached. Jack Rayner is set to star, and you might know him from films like Midsommar and Transformers: Age of Extinction. In Midsommar, he proved he can navigate the complexities of psychological horror brilliantly, playing a character who slowly descends into a waking nightmare. His ability to convey panic and dread will be perfect for the role of the tormented father trying to understand what has happened to his daughter. Joining him is May Calamoy, who has gained a ton of well-deserved recognition for her role as Layla Elf, the Scarlet Scarab, in Marvel's Moon Knight. Her performance in that series was fantastic, blending action, drama, and a deep connection to Egyptian mythology. Her involvement feels like a perfect fit. Given her background and the themes of the film, it's easy to speculate she might play a character who is an expert in ancient lore, or perhaps someone with a direct connection to the curse itself. Her presence adds a layer of authenticity and excitement to the project. The combination of Rayner and Calamoy promises some powerful performances at the heart of this terrifying story. So what kind of horror can we expect? All signs point to something extreme. Lee Cronin himself has described his vision for The Resurrected as nasty, scary, and claustrophobic. He's not interested in jump scares alone. He wants to create a deep, unsettling atmosphere of dread. Think about Evil Dead Rise, the way it used a confined apartment building to trap its characters with an unrelenting evil. Now, imagine that intensity applied to the mythology of an ancient Egyptian curse. Cronin mentioned that while his Evil Dead film was set in a high-rise, this mummy story will be much more grounded, taking place somewhere you wouldn't expect. He wants to bring the horror into a more familiar, contemporary setting, which often makes it even more terrifying. The focus is clearly on practical effects and a tangible, physical threat. Cronin is known for his love of old-school horror techniques, using makeup, prosthetics, and in-camera tricks to create his monsters. This means we can likely expect a mummy that is genuinely grotesque and horrifying, not a CGI creation that lacks weight. The curse in this film isn't just a magical inconvenience. It's described as a corrupting, body horror-inducing force. The journalist's daughter won't just be possessed. She will likely be physically transforming, a walking vessel of ancient decay and malevolence. This approach is much closer to the body horror of David Cronenberg or the visceral terror of The Exorcist than it is to the adventurous tone of the past mummy films. One of the most exciting aspects is the creative freedom the team seems to have. After the Dark Universe famously stumbled with the 2017 The Mummy, Universal pivoted its strategy. Instead of forcing their classic monsters into a shared universe, they started handing the properties to passionate directors with strong visions. This is what gave us the fantastic Invisible Man. Now, they're doing it again. Lee Cronin has said that Universal basically gave him the keys and told him to go make the scariest mummy movie he could. That level of trust and creative freedom is rare in Hollywood, and it almost always results in a more interesting and daring film. This film is not a remake, it's a completely fresh take on the concept. It honors the core idea of a resurrected ancient entity and a powerful curse, but it places that idea into a modern, intimate, and terrifyingly personal context. The story of a father and his cursed daughter is a powerful emotional anchor that will make the horror hit that much harder. We won't just be scared by the monster, we'll be heartbroken by the tragedy unfolding within this family. The production is still in its early stages, with a planned release in 2026. This gives the team plenty of time to perfect the creature designs, fine-tune the script, and prepare to unleash this new nightmare upon us. For fans of true horror, this is easily one of the most anticipated films of the next few years. It represents a return to form for one of cinema's most iconic monsters, stripping away the action hero gloss to reveal the terrifying mummy underneath. So, get ready for a mummy movie, unlike any you've seen before. Lee Cronin, Jack Rayner, and May Calamoy are crafting something dark, nasty, and unforgettable. It's going to be a long wait until 2026, but I have a feeling that Resurrected will be more than worth it. What are your thoughts on this new direction? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more updates on all your favorite upcoming movies.